Hello everybody, this is Zagamon and welcome back to the channel, where we talk about updates to the mod Rokugan Total Clan War for Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms. And for this episode, we're going to go over the Crane clan's starting position on the campaign map. See you there. And here we are. The Crane are going to start with the most provinces, and they're going to be very spread out all along the coast. Here you have the capital city of Kyuden-doji, where inside sits Doji Setsume. I thought about maybe adding something for Emerald Champion. I'm just not sure how to do it. If anyone has an idea about how to implement a trait or an ancillary for that, just let me know. And all around you have his sons, Doji Hotori, I may just change the ancillary. Now this is just too generic, so I had to put something in there to show that he's a philanderer. And the much more noble Doji Kawanan. Now in the northern areas, the core provinces, you have one that is unaligned and has to be reclaimed. Other than that, you have Shiro Daidoji, Kosaten Shiro, and Shiro Kakita, 3 castles. So you could make vast armies of samurai pretty early. But the Crane military is the most flexible of all the clans. They get very good units from both castles and cities. Let's look at Kyuden-doji. The castle technology tree. Ballista tower, of course. Stables. When you get to the legendary level, you get the generic units of samurai cavalry and mounted samurai archers, along with Daidoji mounted spearmen and the Doji's fan, an elite cavalry unit of the Crane. They are effective charge cavalry, which are very rare in the rest of Rokugan, except for the unicorn. The barracks reaches all the way to legendary level. From here, besides the typical contingent of generic samurai, you also get Daidoji Iron Cranes, which are like Swiss pikemen from vanilla, Crane Elite Spearmen, which are like regular spearmen, but they're really, really, really tough, and Daidoji Heavy Regulars, which are Tetsubo warriors. Almost as good as the Crab's rank and file Tetsubo Samurai. Almost. The archery range goes to legendary level 2. From there you get the Asahina archers and the Doji Elite Guard. I took creative liberty to make the Doji Elite Guard hybrid archers because, the Crane needed something else. And these are the clan-specific buildings. Magistrates and swords, same. I haven't found a use for these yet. Now for cities. Oops. Okay. The Crane go all the way to army barracks. There's only one missing that they don't get, the specialist barracks. From the army barracks, they get the Ashigaru units, mounted Ashigaru. I might take that out. I don't know, maybe because the Crane have better use for horses than allowing Ashigaru to ride them. Sume pikemen, Kakita House Guard, which are very good swordsmen, lightly armored, and mostly meant for defending settlements. And at high levels you get the Daidoji Iron Cranes. Shugenja, they get the Asahina Sohei, which are very fast-moving swordsmen. They're not really good for much else. I still need an icon for the Grand Theater. Sake works are available in any settlement where the province produces wine. Like so. Far off to the north, you have the famous city of Toshirambo wo Xian Shite Regisaho. Excuse me. My Chinese is better than my Japanese. I know there's nothing spectacular about it, but this is the contested city that the Lion have always challenged the Crane for. At this time, it is in Crane hands. The Lion Clan champion Akuro Totori made a peace deal with the Crane, allowing them to keep it. I may add a very special, unique force that requires this settlement. I don't know. Something to make it really stand out and give Lion and Crane players incentive to take it. Down here you have the Sebishii province, where you have the Taidoji training grounds. And garrisoning inside this castle you have Daidoji Uji. The provinces right here are Crane homelands and are meant to be taken. It may be challenging to get up that far north. Here you are bordered with the Fox clan and the Sparrow. And over here it's mostly rebel provinces, but further down south you'll have Yasuki lands. Down here you have the Yasuki lands, which are divided with the Crab. The Crab may become aggressive and attempt to retake this. It's up to you if you think it's worth it to try to retake it back. I mean, it is pretty far down south here. Way far up this mountain range. Crane provinces do not have any Ronin mercenaries to hire. Ronin are not necessarily welcome in Crane lands, so, they really don't stay there for long, if at all. The Crane provinces start off very wealthy. Their population grows fast, they make a lot more money. You start with a higher treasury than other clans. This is to reflect how wealthy the Crane are naturally. Now, as the Crane, you'll have to be concerned about being stretched too thin. To the north, you have the Lion. In the middle provinces, you will have Wasp lands, which are in Mantis hands, and Scorpion, that might become a little aggressive, but they are a bit far from you. The minor clans aren't really that aggressive, but they could be so given time, along with the Crab should they decide to come up this far north. Beyond the sea, you will have the Mantis to worry about. But, the AI doesn't really like doing navies so much, so that might end up being pretty dull. Maybe you could invade Mantis lands and take their spices and silks for your own war effort. Just a thought. With the Crane, your armies are going to be very versatile. You will have pretty much every single unit type. It is up to you, as the ruler of this great clan, to adjust whatever units you have in your army, depending on whoever you're facing. If you're facing off against the Lion, they're going to have a lot of samurai in there, so you can match them with your own samurai, along with pikes being your rank and file. You can also use cavalry to boost your mobility. If you're going to be fighting off against the Crab, use armor-piercing rounds. Any types of archers that do armor-piercing rounds, pikes as your core, and Tetsubo samurai to help break their armor. As the Mantis, use plenty of archers to take care of their lightly armored forces. And make sure you have heavily armored warriors to take care of their hordes of bushi that they're going to throw at you. Utilize cavalry to get to their ranged units. Otherwise, Saruchi archers are going to be a real problem for you. Once you get your infrastructure going, farms and roads, mobility is going to be very easy as you try to get down here to reclaim these provinces and reinforce your middle region against expanding Fox, Scorpion, Brotherhood, and Mantis opponents. Use ships to move along the coast, up and down, to reinforce Savishiya province should that need come up. I mean, this castle's pretty good, and they can train some good units. And Daidoji Uji is a competent general. But, well, if the enemy starts getting too strong, they won't be able to hold it off by themselves. Just make sure you have enough ships to counter any pirates that'll attack you. The pirates in this are very aggressive, and if your fleet is weak, they will sink it quickly, killing all agents, generals, and units you have on board. That can hurt. Make sure you have your merchants out quickly to start trading these valuable resources. Arts and crafts, hemp for textiles, wheat, and cotton. You have the imperial capital right here, but attacking them when it's too soon would be crazy. Don't worry, this AI is frozen. They're not going to do anything until the realm divide function happens. I'll explain that in another video. As far as magic goes, the Crane don't really have anything. But there is a reveal fog of war effect they could get with the second level Shugenja Dojo. I'll show magic effects in another video. So this is really about it for the Crane. What would you like to know about the Children of Doji? Leave your comment below. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you with the next showcase of the dragon, far up into their mountains. Take care now. Bye-bye.